This is like both my least favorite slash favorite videos style to film. I'm gonna be sharing with you my favorite beauty products of 2023 so far. So you know, this is like picking through my babies. I've looked through all of the products that I've tried the last 6 months, and I picked out the products that I feel like still stand strong in my love for them. I wish I could have put a lot more, but we only got so much time. So I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite products, and I am wearing them right now, and my makeup looks phenomenal. Also, ignore my nails. So I am gonna have a worst products of 2023 and then a palette rankings video. It's probably not gonna be for a couple of weeks. I have unexpected traveling coming up. And since I didn't have time to really prep for this unexpected traveling situation, I don't have enough videos filmed. So I think for the first time ever in my channel's history, I might be taking a break off of filming and uploading. So if things get weird, that's why I will probably do a video very soon explaining what is up. But let's go ahead and get into my favorite products. And my nails, like I said, 2 of them are gone. I'm taking my nails off since I will be away for a little bit. So I didn't want to glue these back on just for this video. They're coming off this evening. Let's get into the first product though. I've talked about this a lot recently because this is like my summer staple. This is the Supergoop Glow Screen, and it's great because it can be a SPF, primer, hydrator, all of that. This is perfect for makeup prep. Very mixed opinion on this. Some people love this, some people hate it. Obviously, I'm on the side of love. So this has SPF in it. It's also hydrating, and it gives a really glowy finish to the skin, which is gorgeous. It's perfect for under makeup. I do normally put my regular SPF on underneath for that extra protection because a lot of people said that they still got sunburnt with this. So I do still use SPF. I don't use this alone, but still this is great for the summer and giving that glowy look. And then also the other primer that I love is from Hard Candy. So it's very affordable. This is the Glow Serum Primer. I love this because it's intensely hydrating and it also gives a very glowy look. The only thing is that this can sit a little heavy on the skin, especially if you're wearing something heavy in terms of foundation over top or something too oily, but this is perfect to aid in a dry foundation. So if you have a really dry foundation that just makes your skin look, you know, thirsty as heck, this is what you're going to want to use. It's super duper affordable, which I love, and it gives the prettiest glow. So this has been super handy in my collection, and I've been loving reaching for it. And then the last primer product, honestly, the 3 that I'm talking about are very similar to one another. So I've got a type. So this is from Say. This is a newer discovery. This is the Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. This gives the prettiest lightweight glow to the skin. It doesn't feel overly hydrating. Like sometimes the other 2 that I mentioned, it can feel a bit heavy if I pair it with the wrong foundation. This is one that I feel like has a little bit of a drier feel to it, so it is more versatile with more foundations, and it also gives the prettiest glow to the skin. You can even mix this in with foundations. You can use it as a liquid highlighter. The versatility in this is really endless for wherever you need a glow, the décolletage area. So I definitely recommend this if you're looking for a glowy primer from Sephora. Moving on to foundations. The first one that I have is from Laura Mercier. I've ended up really enjoying their new Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation, and this actually is a bit dry, so it was perfect for me to put over top of the Hard Candy Glow Serum because it added that extra hydration. So this is one of my favorite fuller coverage, long-lasting foundations of the year that I've tried. I feel like other complexion products that I have this year are a little bit more on the natural, glowy side. So the days that I did want to look a little bit more beat and perfected, this was the foundation that I've been going to, and not a lot of people are talking about this still, but I wanted to give this another moment in the spotlight because it's fantastic. Been loving it. It's what I'm wearing right now, and I just think it looks so good. Okay, now this one is a rediscovery this year, and I haven't been able to put it down. This is from Tom Ford. It's the Traceless Foundation Stick. I know, she's crazy. She's so expensive. She will eat your wallet alive. But this is skin, perfect skin in a bottle, and or a tube, whatever, a stick. That's what it is, a stick. I love this for summer, especially because you can just literally paint this on your skin and put nothing else on, and it looks like your skin but better. But you can also pair it with a good concealer and a good powder, and then you have full coverage, perfected skin. You don't even need to set this and it looks great, but you can also set it and it looks great. This literally is like painting new skin on yourself and it looking very natural, also giving a somewhat dewy look to the skin. I love this. It is worth every penny. The price point, while as crazy as it is, I would now spend it over and over and over again because, wow, that's why. Wow. Okay, so then I also have a powder foundation. You guys know I am a huge powder foundation stan. I will stand up for some powder foundation. And Makeup Forever this year, they reformulated their HD Skin Matte Velvet. It took a few times for me to decide if this was better than the old formulation, and ultimately I've decided this is in fact better than the old formulation. If you need a lightweight foundation, something to just even the skin out, this is gorgeous. You can also get full coverage with this, and it might look a little powdery at first, but as the day goes on and your natural oils combine with this, you can't even tell that it's a powder foundation. So you get the benefits of a regular foundation while still having it feel really lightweight, which is a pro of powder foundation, and it's very customizable, the level of coverage that you get. So I love me a good powder foundation, and I love the new Makeup Forever formulation. It's another summer essential. I will be packing that with me. Okay, now concealers I feel like might have been the standout product for 2023. I remember last year there was only one concealer that I fell in love with. I had to dock some concealers out of this video because I had so many that I loved. So the first one is from Urban Decay. It's a Naked Quickie, and this I feel like I tried January 1st. It was one of the first products that I tried this year and I'm still using it. It's a fantastic fuller coverage concealer that does not budge. It looks really nice and lightweight on my eyes while still providing full coverage. It's very versatile. In some occasions, I've used this as foundation, just really quickly put a few dots on my face and blended it out. Wears fantastic. So this one is a little bit more of a heavy duty style product. I'm featuring a lot of more natural style products in this video, but this one is like full beat. I've been loving this. Another one I'm gonna say is the most underrated concealer on the market from Hailey's Beauty. These are the blurring full coverage concealers. So I have the light shade Fair Neutral on this under eye, and this one I love because it still provides a pretty full coverage, and it doesn't, when I apply it, seem like it would be a concealer that I would enjoy because it has a thicker consistency. But it does not look thick on the under eyes at all, and I find it wears pretty well, looks kind of natural, but it leaves a really soft, natural look to the under eyes, and I love the applicator, which is very cooling on the under eye, so it's very pleasant to apply. So like I said, the most underrated concealer on the market. Never heard anybody talk about this concealer, and it was one of my all-time favorites this year. It also has a very versatile consistency to where you can apply it to more than just the under eyes. The Naked has more of a dry down from Urban Decay, whereas this one I feel like holds better hydration on the under eyes. And then the last concealer that I have is from Too Faced. No. Oh my gosh, Tom Ford. This is the Traceless Self Matte Concealer. It's pretty much the concealer version of this foundation. You can put this concealer on your under eyes. It does give a light coverage, but you can put it on your under eyes and have no other makeup on, and you don't look crazy. You don't look like you have literally concealer on because it is so skin-like. So this has been my go-to for very natural makeup days where I just want to reduce some redness around my nose, kind of brighten up in this area a little bit. So this has been my no makeup essential. It's very expensive again, but just like the foundation version of this, I can't be tamed. It's worth every penny. And just so you know, like I said, there's been so many amazing concealers, so shout out to the Physicians Formula Butter Glow, Valentino Beauty Concealer, the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Also love those. Wish I could have talked about them here, so had to throw that little nugget in. Okay, so this one, I most definitely did not expect to love this so much. It is a shock that it's in today's video. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Face Sculpting Palette. This has come so in handy on multiple occasions that I had to put it in this video. It looks like an overpriced, boring palette of boring cream colors, but man, it's handy dandy palette. I use this to brighten. Like today I put a little bit of brightness on my under eyes with this. I use it to contour. I put it on my nose. I use it to bronze. I use it to cream highlight. So whenever I feel like I just need a little bit of added dimension to my face, whether it be glow, brightness, contouring, or bronze, this has been my go-to. It is amazing. It's super easy to use. Also pricey, but has totally been worth it and has saved my looks on so many occasions. Super duper easy to blend out product. I do believe I have a short fully demoing how I like to use this. It's great. It's worth it. 3 powders, setting powders to share with. Big on complexion this year. So many good complexion products have come out because you'll see when we get to eyes and lips, definitely a little bit more scarce. But I can't help it. That's the way the market was, and they came out with some good ones. They met the task. So from Huda Beauty, I got the Easy Bake Loose setting powder, which I've loved for years. This has been a favorite of mine forever. But I picked up the new shade Cherry Blossom Cake, and this is a really, really subtle, hardly pink powder, but it's beautiful. So you still have one of my all-time favorite formulas. But I do think this pink is very brightening on my skin tone. I have it under here on this eye, and it doesn't look too powdery. It gets the job done. It is gorgeous. So highly recommend this. Love this shade if you have a complexion similar to mine. Also, a rediscovery. Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I knew this was always good, but now that I've been comparing it side by side with some of my current favorite powders, I realized she is that girl. Like, this has been popular for like 20 years for a reason. It's super duper blurring. You can hardly tell a difference between this and the Huda Beauty. I would say the Huda Beauty is a little bit more finely milled, so it looks the slightest bit less powdery, but I mean, barely a difference. One of the best powders on the market still, even after all of these years. Fell in love with it all over again. And then the last powder that I have is from NARS. The potato chip powder, thin mint powder. This is the soft matte advanced perfecting powder. So I like this because it has a little bit of pigment to it and it's a pressed form. So this has also been really handy for doing some last second brightening and touching up. And I do love the thin compact. So I don't use this to set makeup very often. I use it to mostly finish makeup. You can certainly set makeup if you want, but because it has a little bit of pigment, you'll find me often like brightening areas like this, or if my under eyes are looking a little dull, I'll pop a little bit here. So this has been the ultimate final touch powder for me, and the finish of it that NARS did was very nice, very, very smooth. Gives a really polished look to the face. So I love this. This has been my favorite pressed powder all year. Now, bronzer. Okay, I did not expect that this would end up in my favorites video for the year so far, but it's been my go-to pressed powder bronzer from Pat McGrath Labs. I've loved a lot of cream bronzers, but surprisingly, nothing super new and major. I almost put the Tarte one in, but I will be honest, I haven't used that one as much because I've been using the Makeup Forever in place of my cream bronzers. But anyways, powder bronzers, I love the tones and the formula of the Pat McGrath bronzers. I said in my original review, too little, too late. You know, it's a great bronzer, but there's a lot of great bronzers on the market, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I've been reaching for this a lot because I love the tones. My personal favorite is Nude Honey. It's just a reliable formula, lasts a long time, easy to blend, and a perfect shade. So if we go into Sephora and you want to press powder bronzer, maybe this wouldn't be the exact one that I would lead you to, but it would certainly be on my list of recommendations, especially if you can get it at a discount. So this is fantabulous powder bronzer. So many blushes have launched, as you know. I featured a heck ton of blushes in my videos recently, but there is one that stuck out that I felt was unique in formulation and that I've reached for quite a lot off camera. So this is from Charlotte Tilbury. These are the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wands, and I did enjoy these in my initial review, but I didn't realize how much I would enjoy these because I always really liked the glowy version of these. But since I live in such a hot, humid climate year-round, I found that these matte ones are much better in this climate. So I've been reaching for these more because these work better on bare skin if I'm getting a little sweaty. These don't start off glowy, so they finish really oily. That's the problem with the glowy ones. these, they might start off a little bit drier looking, but as the day goes on, it looks more and more natural and it lasts longer because of the drier properties in the formulation. And I think that these blend out super beautifully. I have the shade Pillow Talk. I have it on my cheeks today. It's a stunning, versatile color. So I've got to give it to Charlotte Tilbury. I really like these matte ones. And I can't believe that's the only blush I have in this video because I've loved so much. But that's the one that like stood out, you know? But there's a lot of great blushes that have come out this year. And then this one is a very, very, very early launch, but I do love this highlight from Charlotte Tilbury. I know the Rare Beauty launched at the same time, but technically Rare Beauty launched in 2022 and this one launched in 2023. These are the Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect highlighters, and these are phenomenal for more mature skin. They just blend into the skin seamlessly. You can't tell where it starts and where it finishes. It coats itself and becomes one with your blush. Gorgeous. Coats itself did not make sense. I don't know why I said that, but it does blend itself into your blush really beautifully as well. And it's not too much, you know. There's no cast, and then I turn, and then you do see that little bit of glow, but because it's not too glimmery, it doesn't emphasize texture too much like a normal highlighter would. So a really nice luxury highlighter. Love that one. Love the Rare Beauty still. I would recommend the Rare Beauty over the Charlotte Tilbury if you don't have mature skin because it also is cheaper, but the Charlotte Tilbury formula is still not to be messed with. Guys, you will see I'm very limited today. I only have 3 products. I will do a whole video based on the eyeshadow palettes that I tried this year, but eyebrows. My new discovery from Rephr that I fell in love with is their eyebrow pomade, shaper gel, whatever. I've been into really setting my brows and gluing them down, and this is one of the few products that actually works. I even prefer this on days where I don't fill in my eyebrows because you can really sculpt and pinpoint the placement of every single eyebrow hair to the point where it just doesn't need a fill-in. That's more so on my natural makeup days. Today I filled it in because we're not natural today. But yeah, these brows are not going anywhere. You put the product in, it's a little white, but as soon as you use the brush on the top and press it down, your brows are gonna stay like that. And I just really love the trendy look that it gives. Obviously, this style of brow is very trendy, but it's fun. Okay, I'm gonna have fun with it for now. And then eyeliner. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how good this product is from Tarte. It's the Double Take Awake eyeliner duo. So one side is a very micro fine pen, which is reminiscent of the Tom Ford without the Tom Ford price point. Super black, lasts a long time. And then the magic is also on the other side. It's a skin tone brightener eyeliner that I put in my waterline, and guess what? It does not budge. It lasts all day. This is the best eyeliner combo. One of my favorite eyeliners ever. Not just in the year. A must-have. And what's funny is I got it in a BoxyCharm and it completely blew my mind. Shout out to BoxyCharm for that one. And then mascara. Hit or miss with some people, but for me, on my very sparse lashes, the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara, it quickly coats my lashes. Like, I can get my lashes to look pretty good, but it takes a lot of coats. It takes a lot of brushing through. This is just with like 1.5 coats, barely any effort, which this might not look impressive to you, but for me, this is quite impressive. I have falsies on the top, so just look at the lower lashes, and I really do feel like the description of this is accurate. Hella thick. It really does make my lashes thick very quickly. Now, it might be clumpy if you have really nice lashes, but if you don't, it's gorgeous. And then the final category is the lips. And I can tell, just looking at my choices for this year, I really preferred a more natural lip. So all of my lip liner favorites are within the same color family. So the first one is from About Face. It's the Matte Fix Lip Pencil in Smoking Room. This is the perfect natural lip liner, and it applies really, really creamy. And you can just put this on the outskirts of your lips and then put on a little bit bit of gloss and you're good to go. It doesn't look crazy. Your eyeliner isn't overly obvious. I saw that this was sold out on the website. I hope it's not anymore because amazing. Other options that are quite close, the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Anywhere Caffeine, a very similar color to the About Face, a bit of a different formula, a little bit drier. It depends on the day what I would prefer. These are pretty much the same. They just apply a little bit different. They feel a little bit different. They do the same thing. I don't prefer one over the other. I like both. So, and then also the Tower 28 multi-liners. There were 3 shades in the range. All 3 are great. I think they did a great job of choosing the colors and making them be almost like the perfect nude lip for a range of skin tones. Draw Me is the darkest. Work of Art's the lightest. I really like Work of Art. I think it's nice and natural for like a baby pink lip. There also is a mid-tone one, which is my perfect, very similar to these 2 shades. So this one is also a drier formula. I like it that it's a sharpenable pencil. This, I think, probably of the 3 is my favorite formula. And then also from Tower 28, a lip product that I love. It's kind of like a tinted lip balm. I don't know where the other shades are right now. I have to dig for them, but it's the Tower 28 Juice Balm. So these are a tinted lip balm. These are really comfortable. The brighter the color, the longer the last time. They are super hydrating, a super smooth application, great to keep in your purse because they're very easy to just throw on. I've been totally into the tinted lip balm situation here, so I love that. And then also another tinted lip balm formula that I was loving is from Lawless. Now I like the Lawless. They are a little bit harder. I would say the Tower 28 is more comfortable, but these I like to keep in my purse because they're a little bit smaller and they offer more shades as well. You can get a pretty deep shade and you get a lot of nice light sheer shades as well. And once they warm up to the lips, they do become easier to apply. I would say the lighter colors in the Lawless last longer than the lighter colors in the Tower 28. The Tower 28 has more of a thin feel. Lawless has a thicker feel on the lips, so it's just kind of what I'm feeling for the day, but they both keep my lips looking super hydrated all day. I do need to reapply, but that's not an issue because they're so nice and comfortable to reapply. And then the last product that I have is from Clarins. These are the lip oils that I have not stopped talking about because you guys know I have very small lips. They're kind of wrinkly, not in a bad way, but they are kind of wrinkly. And this gives the juiciest look to the lips. Look, you guys know I'm not working with much. And they just came to Sephora, I saw. This is the shade Raspberry. Patea is also a favorite of mine. Look at that. It smooths over the lips. Really glossy, really comfortable. It smells really nice. If you're looking for a nice plumping lip oil, Clarins is the way to go. Definitely one of my favorite formulas and smells the best out of all the popular ones, which is very important. Okay, we made it through. Those are my favorite makeup products of 2023 so far. Of course, in 6 months, I'll have a whole new list probably, but I definitely recommend all of these products. I have been loving them for the long. All of these have been long-term favorites. They've stood the test of time in terms of me continually reaching for them despite trying new products almost every day. These are products where I am still reaching for them to this day, which is a big dealio. So stay tuned. In a couple weeks, I will have the worst of, and we'll get into eyeshadow palettes as well, my favorite topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm about Apple. If you've discovered any new amazing products for 2023, comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.